See, I'm trying to make the photo bigger. I'm trying to make it bigger. Stevie's trying to shrink it. So, folks, it's going to be one of those nights.
Hey, when you're just that well, sometimes you got to hide what you got.
I hear you. Hey, everybody, what's going on? I know I haven't been around in a couple of weeks. Stevie and I were going to swap last week, and then we were gonna, and I went to put a thing on Saturday night.
And your computer took a shit.
Yeah, is that me open? Okay, here we go. Took a shit, ain't the word for it. Why am I hearing? Am I open over here? Turn my volume button down. Is that better?
I don't hear a darn thing over here.
Okay, good. It's just me. I can hear it in my headphones. So, and then, like Stevie alluded to,
that's just your
my computer took a shit, and unfortunately, I couldn't do a chat. So I apologize. P NASCAR. It's 10:25. Where the hell is Mikey? We're here. Come on, man. We got all night. Yes, you do. Where the hell are you gonna go? So I'm here. Stevie's here, and we have a new guest with us. We have Miss Sinead O'Connor with us tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Would you like to? Would you? Because there might be some people that would you like to elaborate or just leave it at what it is?
Well, everybody can see my name. It's still Gunpowder Beauty. But as a lot of people can see, I shaved my head. My mother was diagnosed with pancreatic cancer, stage 3. So she will be home tomorrow, and this is going to be her surprise. She's terrified of going bald. And I want to let her know that it doesn't matter if you have hair or not. It's what's on the inside. And she won't be bald alone because my husband shaved his head too. So we're all going to be bald together, y'all.
Good job.
That's awesome. That's awesome. That's really nice that you did that for your mom.
It's my mom. How could I not?
Absolutely.
That woman gave birth to me. It's the least I could do.
Well, God did it to me, so.
Yeah, God did mine too. I mean, well, God did mine plus my mother. I don't know whether it was the biffs up the back of the head or the pulling of the hair, but my mom and God both did them. No, but that's cool. I think next month in Boston, it's I think it's next month in Boston. It's shave your head month. And I go, I don't have to shave. I said, I'll shave it. I do it with a big razor. I said, but I'll shave what's left. Well, I don't use a pick, but you know what I mean, like a razor, not a.
Oh, that's a generic term.
Yeah, I have to use a 5. Yeah, I have to use a 5 blader. Them little single blade, 99¢. Oh my good Christ!
Oh yeah, I swear to God,
that hurts.
I swear to God, they sharpen them things with a file because it feels like it's got teeth every time I've tried to use one.
Yeah. I know guys that shave dry, and I'm like, oh, fuck off. No way.
I don't even have sensitive skin, but that particular brand, I can feel it cut every hair.
Oh.
Like, that's enough of that.
Absolutely. So what's everybody up to? I missed you. I haven't been around in a couple of weeks. Shit, everything's going to hell in a handbasket. Stevie, we get emails from our buddy. If you guys saw a lot of you saw my Facebook post already last week. We got emails from our buddy Fauci, and nobody said a word.
Yeah.
If Trump was in office or any other person, doesn't matter who it was, there'd be hell to pay. GTrap, good to see you. Did they give you the how's your pain meds going?
Oh, he's
It must
moving.
be a hip thing. Well, it must be a hip thing because he got his new hip, and the Boston Bruins lost in the playoffs because our jackass goalie knew he had a torn labrum in his hip. He told the coach he was okay, and the coach knew he was hurt, put him in anyways, and now we lose. So hips are not something to fuck with.
Hockey goalie, a millisecond behind, and that puck's already past you.
Yeah.
Those guys got to be the best coordinated athletes on the planet.
Unreal the way they are. GTrap, I'm glad you're doing well, my friend.
No
Using a
bending,
walker.
twisting, or crossing the legs for 3 months.
And no nicotine for 3 months? Fuck that. Couldn't do it. Fuck
You'd
that.
have to cross the legs with no
I'd
nicotine.
live in fucking pain. Fuck that. I'd cheat. I'd smoke like a fucking stack. You want me to sit there? But anyways, let me pick on you for a minute, GTrap, because that's what I do. Using a walker, what are you getting ready for the days that are coming that you're gonna need one anyway?
Practice makes perfect.
Teasing, my friend. You know that. Listen, I'm glad everything went well for you. And I know it's a long road. And God bless you being able to have no nicotine for 3 months.
Right on, bro.
I'd have a patch on each arm and each leg. That'd just be me. But God bless you being able to do it. Let me see. So, Pinascas, how the hell you been? Great to see you. P2E, he was first. He's giving me the finger. That's all right. He's a cool dude. It's all good. Gerald B's in the house. I got to see Gerald B finally and Brenda on Tuesday, this past Tuesday night. So that was cool.
Very cool.
Tomorrow's tomorrow I find out Stevie tomorrow night. I'll know by 5 o'clock, but by 5 o'clock or 6 o'clock when the fuck it ends, I'll find out whether I'm a recipient of a moose lottery in the state of Maine.
Well, best of luck, bro.
Yeah,
How many
one of my
times?
buddies having a cookout. Oh, since I don't know. Let me see. Since I don't know, since 2010, 2011, so 10, 11 years. So what sucks is that everybody says, "Oh, the computer says after 12 points you'll win." That's horseshit. Because I got more than 12 points, because you get a point or 2 points each year that you put that you put your name in. Yeah, I'm like, that's horseshit because guess what? I haven't won yet.
Yeah, they do that here.
Whole lives without winning.
They do that here with elk, and they do it with black bear. The black bear, you get points. I think the elk you do too, but with elk, there's so few elk here. You almost have to know somebody who can, nudge.
Well, that's like here in Mass. We don't have a moose season in Massachusetts because we have moose in Western Massachusetts. Shit, in Central Massachusetts we have moose too, but there ain't enough of them.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. What are you gonna do? Have a lottery for 2? I mean, that's just kind of stupid. Let me see. So, yeah, a link. Whoops.
Don't say whoops.
Oh.
People end up pregnant when you say whoops.
Well, I'm sending Ohio Wolverine a text. Yeah, I know I'm Moose tomorrow afternoon, silly. I just said that. And I almost sent. The text almost read, "Sent you a little." That would have been no. So I understand, GTrap. You're a better man than me, my brother. You know, I told people a long time ago, GTrapper. I said, I'll put the booze down. You take my cigarettes away from me, I'm going to fight you. It's real bad now. It's real bad. The chemical dependency. Thank God I wasn't chemically dependent on the booze. But I'm glad to see you doing better.
Less chemicals.
Less chemicals.
Yeah, according to the package, no added chemicals. You get what you get from the tobacco plant.
I can't. Yeah, being asked guys, they could mess you up real bad.
You ever seen the video of the snowmobiler guy that had to shoot the moose with a 9mm pistol?
No, why?
Oh, it's a good video. It's on YouTube. Look it up. That moose, the moose was standing in the trail. It was a younger moose, a young male.
Yep.
And they were trying to ease it out of the way, and that moose just turned around on full attack. He ended up having to shoot it with his 9mm.
Wow. That sucks. It sucks that a fucking 800, 900,000 pound animal is charging you. That's just gonna ruin your day to begin with. Antlers or no antlers, it's gonna fucking hurt.
It's gonna kill you. A buddy of mine got stomped by a deer, and he was messed up. It cracked his wrist and stuff.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, nothing to reckon with.
Is that me?
Fuck, I wouldn't want to get fucked up by a deer, let alone a fucking moose. You know? Joe B says a 7mm Remington mag seems to dump moose into there. Let me ask you a silly question about the 7mm. Why are they only a 3-shot?
Probably because the damn thing is so fat
and expensive too. But yeah, my buddy Mike, the guy I go hunting with, his kid's got one. It's all tacked out, looks really nice. Got a little bipod on it. He fucking hunts with it. It cracks me up. The only thing I don't like about the tactical rifles is that it's not comfortable holding it in my left hand. You know what I mean? Like when I got the gun up like this, or if you're using the bipod, you're still holding on to the gun. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And the metal on my bare hand and the shot,
it's cold.
It's not even that it's the cold. It's the
sharp.
I don't know, the texture of the metal. I don't know what it is, but after all these years of, having a piece of wood there, something nice and smooth, now you got metal. You know what I mean? It's just different. It's a different. But yeah, his 7mm is what a Jesus Christ. That thing kicks like the Mauser, for Christ's sakes.
Yeah, that's one of the big boys. It's a 7mm Remington mag. That is definitely a big boy.
Yep.
Lots of oomph. I worried about that too, hunting with my AR, about the metal getting cold in the winter and having to hold it, because back in the day I used to shoot an aluminum bow, and once that aluminum got cold, you couldn't even hold on to that thing with mittens.
Yeah,
I always had to hang it in a tree or something.
Right. Gerald B says that the bullets are too fat to fit many more.
I had a feeling.
Yeah, but hang on a minute. So, what bullet's bigger, the 7mm or an 8mm Mauser round?
7mm brass is bigger. But
The brass on a 7mm is bigger than the brass on
Yep.
an 8.
Yeah. But
Okay.
on a 7mm, obviously the bullet is smaller because 7mm compared to 8mm.
Because the Mausers all hold 5. Whether you use a stupid clip or not, it still holds 5. You know. Jeremy, write that again. My don't kick ass, but as my 30-06 does. Oh, yours doesn't kick as bad as the 30-06. Okay. PNASCAR's a 9mm is not my preferred weapon of a charging moose. Maybe a 454 Casull. Absolutely.
Fire breather. Yeah, I'm willing to bet his 30-06 is a lightweight gun. Is probably why it kicks harder. Because my little 30-30 Winchester, so the little short trapper model, it actually slams into my shoulder harder than my 30-06 does. Because it's
what are those little ones called? Are those Rocklands or because when I asked Stevie, the manufacturer, I believe. My neighbor's got one upstairs. His wife just bought it for him. Because when he brought it down to me. Fuck. Rockwood? Rock
Island?
Fuck. I'll have to ask him tomorrow.
Rock Island?
Might be.
What kind of rifle?
It's a 30-30 lever action.
There's a Rossi, Marlin,
That's
Winchester.
not a Marlin. Name Winchester. I think it's Rossi. I want to say it begins with an R. Gerald B says his 30-06 is a pre-64 Winchester Mod 70.
Usually those aren't super lightweight.
Still, it all depends.
I can see the 30. It all depends. A lot of it depends on the weight of the bullet too.
Yeah, I was going to say it's the weight of the bullet and the grains you're using, right?
Yep.
For your kick.
Yep. Because I can shoot my 30-06 with a 150 grain bullet, comfortable all day, and if I move up to 180 grain, it starts to hurt after about 3 shots.
My uncle had a 30-06 and would shoot that. And it was one of the first rifles I shot for a larger round that didn't bother me. I don't know how these guys shoot some of these guns without it really bothering them.
Yeah. Especially laying down or on the bench.
Yeah, it's just
standing up is easy peasy.
Even although it has the what do you call it? Even the 50 BMGs. Fuck.
Right.
Finasca says the 454 Casuls hurts my wrist for a couple of days after shooting it too much.
Right. Yeah, right on.
Ronnie T. Sawyer, what the hell's going on and how you been? Great to see you. Joe B says 7mm is a bit more weight in it than the 06, but the 7mm has a 26-inch barrel on it. Well, that helps.
Yeah, it's a long barrel.
Yeah, that helps. Trev, what's going on, kid? Hi, guys. Stevie, 150 grains is a lot. That's all I use for his moose is 150. Well, yeah, for a moose you have to,
cool.
right? Listen, I won the lottery. I haven't decided whether I'm going to take my grandfather's Mauser or not. Mr. Boyd, I haven't decided whether I'm going to take the Mauser or not. But if I don't take the Mauser, guess what I'm going to bring? I'm not using my buddy's 308. He says, "Oh, I'll give you the 308." There's only two other things I'm going to use. I'm going to use my muzzleloader, or I'm going to use my 12 gauge.
Right.
With the 12 gauge, I'll probably put a 3-inch in there. You know,
Wow.
ounce and a quarter or something, but slug. But
Ouch. Why? I've never had any issues with a 2 3/4.
And with the 30-06 for moose, it's 165 grain, 165 grain Remington. Yeah, it's not a bad grain. I mean, it's same thing here, Mr. Boyd. Working my ass off just like everybody else. Snow Zeus, how the hell you been? Good to see you. Where the hell's the rest of our panel tonight? Deep muscle bruising pain is no joke. No, it's not. When it comes to shooting high power, no, it's Peanut Scars. You've been around a long time with me. You heard the story. I left my 12 gauge sitting, and I was only shooting 2 3/4. I left that fucking thing about fucking ½ inch off my shoulder. I thought it was in there because I had my, it was winter obviously, and I had a bunch of clothes on. I had the sweatshirts on. Then I had my big hunting coat that's too big for me anyways. But shh, don't tell the wife that, she'll get pissy. And I thought I had that in my shoulder. That fucking thing was a ½ inch off my shoulder, and then it hit me, dude. I was fucking yellow and fucking purple for fucking 4 days. It was sore as a bitch.
Yeah,
sore as a bitch.
Did you turn around and do it again? Did you do it again?
No.
See, there you go. Never too old to learn.
My buddy goes, "How'd that feel?" I goes, "Felt good." Yeah, I'm sure.
It's awesome.
Yep.
Your arms just kind of dangling there for a minute.
But I wouldn't tell them it hurt. You kidding me? No way. Trevor Fillmore says, "Joe, I shot moose with a 308 150 grain Federals vital shock."
Depends on the speed of the bullet and where you put it.
Yep. Exactly. That's why I said I'll take a muzzleloader with me. I mean, for Christ's sake, guys are shooting them with a bow, not even a crossbow. They're using bows. What are you getting out of a bow? Maybe 400 feet per second in a bow. 4 1/4 on a top bow. I'm not even being sarcastic. I'm being dead serious. So
yeah, I know, but the way an arrow works is a lot different from a bullet. A bullet will kill the animal because of the shock. It shatters the lung, not cuts the lung. Whereas an arrow cuts the lung and makes it bleed to death.
Yeah, you get it. Although I thought, my deer was only 100 and dressed at 130, so undressed, what was it? Maybe 190. I don't know. But I got me of course I was close enough too, but I got to throw with a shotgun. It's getting close enough to them. You're right. Great point, Trev. Oh, sorry to hear that, Boyd. I hope you feel better on that. Major arthritis with bulging disc. Yep. Been there with that. I don't have the arthritis, but I do have a disc that comes out when she wants to and goes back to when she wants to. Yeah, I know with the bow, it's getting to but holy shit. Some of these guys with the bows, you must have seen them. Well, Chubb, you probably did it, but I'm watching them on YouTube. Dude, they're 10 yards away with a bow. Fuck that. I don't want to be 10 yards away from a moose unless I'm walking up to it after I already shot the fucking thing.
Yeah.
Okay, just saying. That's just me. Just me. This is
I
how
want
I
to
am.
be high up in a tree if I'm going to be that close to a moose.
Right.
Fuck that. The horse I rode in on.
Yeah, you
I have a
definitely got to.
healthy respect. God.
You definitely got to balls up and hold your own. Because you start moving around, that's when they see you and come get you.
Yeah.
Oh, steroids too. I didn't get the steroids, but I got the muscle relaxers in the pain meds. Oh, which muscle relaxer you got? Might need you to have to send me some. I got a couple left.
He's kidding you, too. He really didn't mean that. That would be illegal. He's kidding you,
Oh
too.
shit, that's right. We're live, aren't we?
Just joking around.
I'll get an email tomorrow. Damn, Mr. Delucia. Snow Zeus says, "My wife never gets that close to me." Right on, Snow Zeus. No, but I listen. Like every other hunter, we have this respect for the animal. I also have, I have a respect for the animal, and I also have a feel for respect for the animal. I know what the fuck it'll do to me. You know what I mean?
About 2 seconds.
Hunting anything with a bow, I want to be up in a tree with anything that I'm not gonna. Actually, I want to hunt something that can't climb trees. That's why I want to be in a tree if I'm hunting with a bow or a gun.
Right.
Well, not even right gunpowder. I'm not even talking a bow. I don't give a rat's ass. If I got a shotgun in my hand, I still don't want to be 10 yards from a fucking moose. I just don't. Because see, here's my healthy fear, right? I shoot the fucker. Let's say his head's left, and I shoot him broadside, right? And I got him right to the shoulder, boom, beautiful shot, the whole nine. You know what my luck is? Instead of that sumbitch peeling off right, okay, and going away from me, here's my shit luck. He peels left and comes at me.
Yeah. Whoops.
It's just my luck.
That's kind of what terrifies me. Is I don't want anything to be able to charge me. So that's one why I don't hunt bears, because them bitches can climb trees. I hunt things that don't climb trees because I want to be high enough that if it tries to trap me in the tree, I can make it. I can be all right.
We got the same muscle relaxers there, Mr. Boyd. Trevor says I've been that close with no weapon, out calling after season, and a pissed off bull charged him. Thought he was getting me. I jumped in he thought the moose was gonna get him. Jumps in the back of the truck as it hit the front fender. Fuck that.
Oh my gosh, that's too close of a call for me.
That's just hey, can you do me a favor? So when on our way back to the cabin, can you just make sure I got a clean pair of pants? Thank you.
Make sure you wear your brown pants. That way nobody will know until they get close enough to smell you.
Fuck that. Gerald B says, Mikey, I've been almost close enough to reach out with the gun and poke it, but it was a young moose and it walked by me. The sensor was off and my finger was on the trigger. Yeah, that's the other thing. How do you... I don't know. I was watching a video and a guy shot a moose and it wasn't a calf. I'm going to say maybe almost 2 years old. And the guy shot the he had a permit. He had a permit for a cow, and he shot the moose. And the fucking comment section lit him up because he said it was there with a youngin, yearling, whatever the fuck however he wrote it. He's like, no, the thing was 2 years old. 2 years old, they're all set, and they fucking lit him up like a Christmas tree. I mean, that's just it.
I've seen the crazy
It's
shit
the-
that hogs can
Go
do
ahead.
to people. I would hate to see what a moose could do to somebody.
Yeah. Yeah, don't listen to me. Don't go into a med. Don't take meds and read all the side effects because I'm going to tell you something. First of all, you're going to be there for half an hour. All right, because you can't take a Tylenol without them having a fucking paragraph of side effects, for Christ's sake. Snow Juice, yeah, the Snow Zeus says there was a YouTube video of a bow hunter having a buck actually rub against his arrow as it walked by. Holy shit.
Yep.
There's another YouTube video of a deer dry humping a female human being. You gotta look that one up. That is fucking fucked up funny.
I think I've actually seen
That's
that one on
Funny,
YouTube.
fucked up shit.
Is that the one with the girls in the car? The girls in the car, right in their driveway.
Did they get out? No. Well, no, I don't know. They weren't on a highway. They were in a neighborhood, and this fucking deer was just fucking, dude. I mean, hooves on the shoulders and fucking. I was fucking pissing myself laughing. But it's.
I seen
I don't
another
know.
video like Snow Zeus is talking where a grizzly bear did the same damn thing. Actually walked right up, stuck his nose in the guy's ground blind, and rubbed his arrow as he walked away. And then the guy pulled up and shot him.
Mm.
With
Yeah,
a
right
primitive
on.
bow, not even a compound.
Yeah, no, not happening.
That's
I mean,
too
I'll do
close
it
for
all. I
comfort.
would go. I would go grizzly hunting from fucking far away. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's just the way I am. Give me 150 yards. So I'm going to have some kind of rifle. But give me 150 yards and I'm good.
The thing is, a pissed off grizzly bear can cover 100 yards in like 15 seconds, 20 seconds.
Mm.
Right. Yep. What was I watching? I was watching some show. Guy in his. It wasn't a kid. They were both adults. It was the father and son, and they were bow hunting for elk. And the son got attacked by a grizzly.
Oh, Lord.
He had his back to him, and I want to say it like headbutted him in the back first or something. And he turned around. Of course, it knocked his bow out of his hands and the whole nine. And anyways, a long story short, the father come running over, and he took a shot with the arrow. While this thing's just gnawing on his kid, right? It hit him in the lung and in the heart. And the fucker was still tearing apart his kid. Finally, the thing just all of a sudden it just stopped, and then it boom.
Keeled over.
And,
Wow.
Yep. And they called of course he's in the hospital, and then his father called the game wardens. Game wardens came out to see everything, make sure everything was on the up and up. I'm like, the kid it doesn't matter if it's on the up and up. The guy got attacked by a grizzly, so the father shot the grizzly. End of story.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like, yeah, small black bear. I wouldn't piss off a black bear neither. They'll ruin your day. Everybody looks and says, oh, the black bear's only 200 pounds. What's it going to do? What's it going to do? It's going to eat you.
They say if you have a bear attack you, the difference between a grizzly and a black bear, if an attack occurs, they said that more black bear attacks are deadly than our grizzly attacks. because a grizzly bear will attack you if you like spook it or it's protecting its territory. They say when a black bear attacks you, it is actually attacking you as food.
Huh.
So they said between the two, you're actually more likely to survive a grizzly bear attack.
Fuck that. You guys all know about how I feel about the black bears. You guys already heard that story. But yeah, fuck that. Don't they, little boy? They do. They look like big, fat, fuzzy dogs. They really
Don't
do.
try to tell.
Oversized chow.
That's Snow Zeus. That's why I always saw a couple hot dogs on my buddy's fucking tree stand. $450 on a black bear. That's a little bit big. So it's a $345. The one I saw was probably 180, maybe 200, maybe. And guess what? I still wasn't sticking around and say hi. You know, Stalker Steve, you got a text.
Yep, I just got it. There he is right there. I was just going to shout it out. Ron Brown just texted me. He was watching, waiting for DoorDash.
Ron A, what's up? What do you keep fucking with your camera? You look just fine.
I was reading the chat. I'm on my phone.
Oh. I'm like, why can't she keep fucking with her camera? That's on my bucket list. I want to go bear hunting.
Make that the last thing on your bucket list.
It might be.
Yeah. Snow Zeus, you're right. They do taste good.
I've never had bear. I don't even think I've had
you had to kill
the
them.
They
I thought you had to kill them during a certain season.
You thought you had to kill a bear when?
In a certain season, because it makes the meat taste funny if you kill it in a different season.
I would imagine so because they eat rotten shit and whatever. They're omnivores. They eat whatever they come across. I would think a bear killed in the summer would be pretty mushy and icky. There you go.
It all depends. It all depends with a bear, what he's eating, where he lives. If he lives near a neighborhood, he's getting into fucking garbage and everything else like that, right? So you don't want none of that bullshit. But you get him out, not near anything or anybody. Cousin of his shot the 450-pound fucking black bear. Fuck that, and also they rode in on.
That was a big fucking bear.
For a black bear, it is. I know my buddy went up. He took a what do you call it? Up in northern Maine? What do you call it? Tell me, what is it? I always forget that word. I know. Don't worry, you'd be there a long time.
Talk about a critter or a thing?
He took a guide. He did a guided bear hunt.
Yeah.
He goes, I don't know why they call them guided bear hunts. I go, why? He says, some bitch dropped me off at fucking just about 3 hours before sunset. I'm like, yeah. He goes into a ground blind. He says, I shot a bear. He says, this guy, other guy, Mike that goes with us, shot a bear, right? He says, they came to pick me up at 9:30. I go, fuck that. First things first. I ain't going to no fucking ground blind hunting a bear.
Right.
You Todd. Second of all, I ain't going by myself.
Yeah, what if something had got you? Find your
But
corpse
you know what they
3
told
hours
him?
later?
You know, this was over bait, by the way. So you know what they told him? A 55-gallon drum barrel, and they standing on end, you know, up and down. And they say anything that's over the top ring, top ring or over, you can shoot. Anything in the in below, you should, because they're only they're just the small.
Yeah.
But 450 is probably over the fucking barrel. You know what I mean?
Right. I had a neighbor in my old neighborhood. As you walked up the road curved around his house, and you could see in his den or his living room would be lit up, and he had a bear stuffed in there, standing on its hind leg. Apparently, he shot it up north, you know, Michigan. That thing couldn't have been standing on its hind legs. It couldn't have been over 5 foot tall. It looked like a little boo boo. It was like, dude, you had that thing stuffed after you shot it. I would have buried it. Pretty tiny.
No, GTrap, I don't want to go where you go, because don't you have grizzlies where you are? Although I would like to go with you. I'll go with you hunting anytime, if I could just get the fucking money. I keep telling you this, bro. I'd be out there in a minute hunting with you, GTrap. You know that. But I thought when you get a guided hunt, the guide stays with you.
That goes on that deal of levels. You pay this much, you get this many perks. You go up to this level, you get this many perks. Now, if you go up to this level, it's going to cost you a whole lot more, but you get a whole lot of fucking perks.
Well, I tell you what. I tell you what. If I don't know if I'll get a guide if I get a moose permit. If I hit the lottery for a moose, I might take a local, but I don't know. You're talking a shit ton of fucking money.
Yep.
And I just spent a shit ton of money. Oh yeah, you guys haven't. I didn't even see you guys. Stevie. I sent Stevie a text. I just spent a shit ton of money. I bought a. Where is it? Is it in gallery? I bought a trailer. Well, a pop-up trailer. Because I couldn't buy a hard top trailer because I had nothing to pull it with. Oh, we'll go sideways, you bitch. Let me see if that'll work. Too much light.
No,
that's way too much light.
It wasn't bad when you had your hand down there. It kind of blocked it. There you go.
So,
Pop up.
Yeah, it's 25 feet open end to end. I thought I was getting a used one. Boy, was I wrong.
It's brand new.
Brand spanking fucking new.
No shit.
Yeah, no shit. I picked out two of them. The one I wanted, I could have pulled it with my wife's truck, and it was a regular hard top trailer and all that. Fit the amount of people I needed, the whole thing. And so I get online, I'm asking questions about it. I says, okay, blah, blah, blah. I says, can you call me, can you email me, blah, blah, blah. I says, because I really like to come up and look at that. He got back in touch with me, which is why I went back there for this one. But guess what? I got good news and bad news, Mike. The guy emails me. I got good news and bad news. The one that you just we were talking about, he goes, I'm sorry to say that got sold. I'm like, fuck. So I asked him, what do you got for trailers that I can pull $5,000? And blah, 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 and he goes, I don't have any more. I goes, do you have any used ones? He goes, no. I said, do you have any used ones or new ones in Bedford, New Hampshire? He says, no. I'm like, marvelous. He says, well, you want to look at the other one I was talking to you about through the email? I said, yeah. So it brings me all this pop-up, and my wife says, honey, it's a pop-up. I says, yeah, I know. My wife goes in it, she goes, how? And then she's got he gave, the thing was on the counter of the pamphlets you get, right? The fucking catalog, whatever the fuck you call it. And she's looking, oh, honey, it has this and this and this and this and this. I'm like, yeah. And I'm betting it has a fucking nice price tag to it, too. So that was my moose money if I won the moose lottery. That was my moose money. Because I was going to get a guide service. So now I'm not going to get a guide service. So you see, Trevor said the same thing. The guides around his place just put him in a street stand. See you later, bye.
Yep, see ya.
Trevor says his wife's stepfather had an outfitter's business. One group that came had a guy that never hunted before. The first bear that came to him scared him so bad he saw his new gear that night. Yeah, you got no moose down in North Carolina. The guide service I was looking into, it's 5 days, whatever, yada, 4 nights, 5 days. Because that's all your things for. They feed you, they do all, yada, 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 yada. You don't have to bring up nothing for food.
Right.
Whatever you shoot, they take care of it. They clean it, they drag it out, they do it all. I don't even touch it. All I do is shoot it.
Wow.
But you're looking at $5,000 for something. Now, that doesn't count the $575 it is for the moose permit if I win.
Right.
It also doesn't count the $119 non-resident fucking big game hunting license. Don't forget to throw all that shit in there.
Yeah.
Georgie, how the hell are you? Mike, you get a moose tag. I'll guide you for the moose. All right. Where we going to stay? It might fucking, like my wife will let me stay. It might pop up and fucking, that ain't going to happen.
Has it got a fridge and a stove and stuff like that in there?
Got a little, what do you call them? Little college fridges.
Yeah.
But here's the funny part. It's got a fridge inside and a fridge outside. The outside fridge you can access through the inside. So it's got a stand-up shower inside.
Uh-huh.
Little ass toilet. Got a little curtain thingy. Really not now. Georgie, give me a minute. I'll send you a thing. Really not into, you know what I mean? But it also has an outdoor shower.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. So, you come back from the beach, whatever, blah, blah, blah. Girls don't like the lake water. I don't know what it is. Girls always have to take a shower after they come back from the fucking freshwater fucking lake. It ain't like it's the ocean. It's got salt all over your body. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But,
Well, salt I can understand because it really does dry our skin out and it causes us to get all like flaky. But lake water, I wouldn't understand the need to rush to get a shower. It's the lake.
But yeah, Stevie, you ready? So it's got a so one end's got a king size bed. The other end has a queen size. Yeah, the other end has a queen.
In a pop-up.
And a
That's nice.
Hand to God. Hand to God. Well, if I told you how much I paid for it, you'll understand why. So Then it's got heated mattresses.
What?
I hand to God, I swear to God.
Well,
Okay, where did you get that? And do
you
they
need,
sell that in Missouri?
you need the heated
So-
mattress because you're actually sleeping on a board out in the open because they flop out.
Here, let me.
That will help. Fucking heated mattress. Damn.
I know, that's like all fancy and stuff.
I
That
forget
ain't
which model I have. Rockwood.
I'll be out to Rockwood. Playing golf.
Let me see which one it is. Oh yeah, here it is. Hey, I'll share. Yeah, this is the chick here. I'll share a link to this video. It'd be easier if I do it that way. Copy. Now, Steve, when I share a link, I have to go into YouTube, or I have to put in the YouTube aspect of it, right?
I guess. I'm not sure. Yeah, I would think.
Mikey, if you could get across the border, I'd get you my guide lessons. Dude, if I could get if they let me out of this country and into Canada, I would. But unfortunately, your country doesn't like guys like me that used to drink. We'll say it that way. How's that? All right, you guys, if you click on that link, it's a video of somebody giving you a review of their trailer, but I had the exact same one. I love it though, Stevie. It's got more. It's got a shit ton of storage. The battery charges as you drive.
Cool.
Oh, that's awesome.
You know what I mean? Push a little button, the top goes up. Oh, it's got a slide out too.
Oh, you don't have to sit there and crank it to get it to go up?
No, so to get the top up, I just hit a button. It goes up on its own. Once it's up, then I go in, and you can either go in or do it from the outside. But if you see that video, I believe she does it from the inside. And it's like a drawer. It's just whoosh, they slide right out nice and easy.
Crazy.
I'd like, but Trevor, to answer, yeah, I would absolutely love that, Trevor. Get my left arm to be able to do that with you. Oh shit! I never sent Georgia that thing. God damn it, Michael.
Yeah, I'm not long for this world. I am getting pooped.
Yeah, we're not going to be here long. Wait a minute, what am I doing? Dumbass. Where is the Hey Shalisa, congratulations. I sent you a link, sweetheart. Sweetheart.
Oh, excuse me.
Okay.
It's early yet.
Right? Yes.
Don't you say that. Where is Gear? Where is Gear?
Summertime. He's been working late.
Yeah, GTrap it is. Well, hello, young lady.
No.
I'd like to say congratulations, but before you get into all that, how about for those who may not be on Facebook, either your Facebook or my, stuff like that, and don't know, would you be pissed? Would you be pissed if I like highlighted you all on your own, and then you can tell people what's going on? Can I do
Sure.
something like? Can I do something like that, and then?
Take another big bite.
So I finally put up an Etsy store. I signed up on Etsy. I shouldn't announced it so soon. I don't have enough inventory in my store yet, but I have 4 candle sets. Rather expensive candle sets up right now. But I decided I've got so many dang candles and they're not getting sold that I put up an Etsy store. Fatwood Queen on Etsy.
All right, you guys. So Fatwood Queen on Etsy, and I'm guessing Etsy is spelled ETSY.
Yes. And there will be plenty of affordable candles coming up in a few days. And I have a ton of red, white, and blue candles to go out for 4th of July.
The site looks great, by the way.
Thanks.
Very professional. Isn't it abbreviated like F-Wood Queen or something?
Nope. It's just Fatwood Queen. I should have put the Fatwood Queen. Let me see if I can find the link and drop it in here.
Yeah,
I've had
I was just going to ask you if you Georgie, how the hell are you? Good to see you.
See y'all too.
Hey, George. Hey, I got a wood duck up in my tree out front for a couple weeks, and I've been trying to catch her on tape when she comes in from the river. And I caught her on film. She come flying in. You only have like a few seconds to see her, and then boop, she's down in the tree. And then the next day, we all knew what time she would be flying in, so we all waited and watched, and she never flew in. Her babies were hatching. And the next morning, all the babies come jumping out of the tree, and they were way up high.
Yeah, that was pretty cool. You got into the pond and she followed you.
Yeah. I told everyone immediately, get them to the river immediately.
Yep. She would have come back and let them there because they're programmed to jump out of the tree as soon as they can handle it. They're actually, the way they're built, they actually have a built-in shock absorber so they can smack the ground and carry on their little thing.
Everyone was wanting to nurse them back to health, and no, get them out of here now.
Yeah, get them to the pond.
We just had a thing on Facebook in my hometown here. It's all over Facebook, the Facebook page in town and all over the town newspaper and all that bullshit. This motorist damn near hits, a duck with like 5 ducklings, right? So now that they're scurrying to get across the street. This would be me. I'd have laughed my balls off. Just saying. The duckling, the second from the last one, right in the fucking storm drain.
Oh Lord!
You know how the storm drains have the 2-3-inch fucking squares?
Yeah.
Right in the hole. So the motorist couldn't have that, right? He's like, I can't have this. This is not right. So he called DPW, Department of Public Works here in our town, and they came down. Then they had to call somebody else, and they came down. They got the fucking duckling out, but now they can't find the mother, right? So the animal control lady said, the mother's watching us from somewhere. Just put the duck in that grass, and she'll find him. Sure as fuck, they moved all out of there, right? Because they got the duck out. They moved out of there, but they watched, and that fucking duck came down the fucking hill after that fucking duckling.
Oh yeah, they're good at it.
Aww.
Trust and believe.
I would have laughed. So you guys, not to interrupt you guys, but you guys, Shalisa just dropped a link in there. If you guys are seeing, for those that are listening or hearing this on Saturday or Sunday or whatever, like my good little buddy Uncle Kyle, By the way, you can. I don't know if you can still copy the link, but you can still write it down anyways. And but that's the link right there for Shalisa's Etsy. Is that how you say it?
Yeah, I got an Etsy shop.
All right.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I will have more single, smaller, affordable candles in a few days. And there'll be lots of red, white, and blue ones going out.
Good idea.
Cool.
I got a lot of work to do on it still, but man, I've been busting my butt all week with paperwork and my own serial numbers and organizing, and oh man, inventory. Hey, George.
Thanks, Chuck. Appreciate it. George, what's going on?
Hear me all right?
Gotcha. Your volume's good.
Good.
The mic sounds good.
I'm running a different system now.
Nice. You sound like you're on the radio.
Ladies and gentlemen, children of all ages, let's get ready to get humble.
Humble.
Somebody else used to have a microphone like that, Stevie. Who was it?
I bet you they didn't pay this much for it.
All the cool kids got them now.
Stevie, who had a microphone like that back in the day? I'm trying to remember. I can't remember. The name's just slipping. My fucking mind.
John did for a while, but then he moved it off camera.
Good morning.
Mikey, I love you.
Georgie, it's going right over his fucking head. If not, he's not biting. One or the other. But I can't get Stevie to play. Now it's bothering me. You know what I'm saying?
Now I get the whole story.
Stevie, think pink.
Well, if you paint the goddamn thing pink, I probably would have recognized it.
See the lack of pink and the lack of bedazzling.
Thank God.
Oh, that's what it's missing. It totally needs to be bedazzled.
So because I say that, look what P. NASCAR's wrote.
Howdy.
Hey, Flan.
Flan, I'm not talking to you. You left that message on my Facebook. Nope, not talking to you. For those that wanted, go ahead, Georgie.
I was just going to tell Stevie, you are allowed to call me back, sir.
Oh, that's okay. I'm good.
Are we that now way, brother?
For a minute.
Well, since we're here, what did I do to you?
Nothing. It's good. I don't want to air my dirty laundry in public, sir, if you don't mind.
No, I don't mind. I just couldn't get you to call me back and talk about it.
It's all good.
So Flan is not. I'm not talking to Flan because Flan decided that she would put a post on my Facebook page, something to the effect of, and I'm what do you call it? It read something to the effect. It read something to the effect of, Mikey, I'm sorry your Bruins lost. Ha 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 ha! Not her being a Montreal Canadian fan. And if you know anything about hockey, Montreal and Boston hate each other. Although I wanted nothing better than to have Montreal and Boston play each other in the thing. So, but it wasn't going to happen. So Flan's picking on me. So now I have to root against the Montreal Canadiens. And I think I'm going to go with Tampa Bay Bucks. Let's see, Tampa Bay Bucks. I think I'm going to go with Tampa Bay Lightning.
It's not like you never picked on nobody, Mike.
No, I don't do shit like that. I do my best not to. All right, I don't. It all depends who you are. Maple Leafs, Boydie, what is your problem? The Maple Leafs suck. Worse than the New Jersey Devils or the Detroit fucking Red Wings. Pick one. They suck, bro. Is that picking? Because that's probably my somebody's beeping in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We have room. Oh, look who the fuck decided to fucking say hello.
What's up?
Well.
Well, you know, I really wish next time you would have yelled at me, Mikey, don't swear. Sorry.
I don't care. It's fine.
Hey, I thought of you today.
You thought of me today? Were you watching some like sexy music video or something?
No, I saw a motorhome up in Central Maine, and it read, "Hi, we're from Waynesville, something, Ohio."
Yeah,
and I'm like, geez, I can't get rid of this. I'm like, I can't get rid of this guy.
What's up, Curly Sue? She don't even know who Curly is, does she? She's too young to know who Curly is.
They don't know who Curly is.
Got Mo, Larry, and Curly right there on the top row.
Whoops, that split.
That's not Curly.
No, Curly. Do the Curly shuffle.
Curly shuffle.
Dude, you know I'm the good-looking one. I'm Shemp all the way.
Chip.
Where were you? Did you go to you didn't go to an Indians game?
Huh? No. Yeah, they won, man.
We did not go to.
No, we didn't go to the Indians game. We went to Brewster's Pub.
You went to a pub?
Yeah.
First of all, it's not a pub; it's a bar.
No, it's a pub. It's called a pub. Brewster's Pub.
No,
that's the name of it.
Pubs are in England. That's what they call. I went on to the pub.
That's what they call them in Monroe Falls.
That's what they call them in Monroe Falls. So it's a pub. So that's.
Ohio must have had one too many pops because I noticed Mrs. Ohio was driving.
No, she had more than me. Hey, we did go through an OVI checkpoint tonight, though.
Oh, really?
Yeah, before we went to the pub.
What's an OVI checkpoint?
It's where they stop you and
they illegally stop you.
Rights.
They illegally stop you and ask if you where you're coming from and where you're going, how many drinks you had.
No, they didn't ask all that. They just said we're just checking to see if anyone's been drinking the night while driving and if they're valid. So he goes, "Do you have your license?" She hands the license. He looks at it, hands it back. I'm like, he didn't check to see if you're valid. He didn't even call in your number, your driver's license number. He just was smelling for alcohol.
Am I being detained?
That's what I told her. I said, let's go back and I want to ask him if they're detaining us.
Don't you have a piece of tin in your pocket? Hey, don't you have a piece of tin in your pocket or a bag full of credentials in it?
No.
You don't have credentials either?
No,
because he knew we were going to the bar.
Yeah, but you can still bring your credentials.
It's on the license. It's attached to the license.
Oh, so you guys don't have a separate?
No.
You don't have separate credentials that says that
He's
you're
talking
law
about my
enforcement?
work credentials.
Oh, work credentials.
You're talking about my work credentials, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I have my identification and stuff.
That's a free ride through the friggin' stop.
Yeah, but it's in right now where people with that kind of credentials and people working for the state and Senate and stuff are getting railed.
Right. Yeah.
No mercy.
If I would have whipped if somebody like me used those credentials and actually was intoxicated or something like that, it would be all over the papers and the news first thing in the morning.
Yeah.
Right.
The drones would show up in 30
And the left would be calling for my job. You know? Yeah. We're not drunk. It doesn't matter. I drank one beer.
And I drank
Trev, I'll leave the Leafs alone because
64 ounce.
Gilmore was an awesome player.
I drank an Ultra.
It was a Michelob Ultra Light, so it was a diet beer. So it didn't have that.
Christ almighty.
Right.
All right, not for nothing. You know I'm going to break your Aggies because Stevie said I don't break people's balls. So you know I'm going to have to break your Aggies. Okay. Being a retired drinker that I am, right? There's no such thing. Listen, the Miller Ultralight 1 calorie bullshit beer, that's what women drink so they can watch the girlish figures. Men don't drink that bullshit.
But that's what I was doing. I was watching my girlish figure.
Women drink moonshine because that's what fucking ladies drink.
That's right.
Okay, but we're not talking about you Southerners. Hey, we're not talking about you people. We're talking about normal people.
What the hell is that supposed to mean, Mikey? You saying I ain't normal?
Oh, you're totally normal, sweet.
Pretty much.
But you know how it is with me in the South.
Yeah, whatever.
But anyways, because I guess growing up, all the guys drank either, if you wanted to get shit faced quickly, you drank Heffenreffer through a fucking straw. For those of you old enough to remember Heffenreffers. And I think Ohio. Heffenreffer?
Never heard of that.
Is that a cow wearing a referee's t-shirt?
Sounds like
it. Sounds it, right?
We were drinking Mad Dog.
Yeah, we drank Mad Dog 2020.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Now you're showing your age. Now you're showing your age.
I'm feeling
Mad Dog
attacked
Boone's
right
Farm.
now.
Boone's Farm
I'm feeling attacked.
Yeah. Boone's Farm, baby. Going to party like it's 1991.
Strawberry Hill.
Boone's Farm and MD 2020 is what separates me from all these little yuppie bitches that want to say we're the same.
Yeah.
We had alcohol poisoning before all these new age kids did, and we still went to school the next day.
Yeah. The reason they ran away because you were barfing purple into the snowbank.
And we didn't have to funnel it into our rectums.
Yeah.
Or soak our tampons in it.
All the normal fucking way.
And by the way,
I was just regular.
If you take Mad Dog and mix it 50-50 with vodka, you don't have to drink enough to puke to get a bug.
If you drink it with Everclear, it makes it taste better.
Oh my God, Everclear.
Everclear and purple Kool-Aid.
There you go.
This is why
Don't you mean fingernail polish remover?
Budweiser. This is why I drank Budweiser. You know why?
Someone
I
got
could drink I could drink 18 fucking Budweisers and not have to worry about throwing up.
Yeah, but that's a waste of money then.
That's just recycling.
Right?
Yeah.
Get closer to the house.
No,
my phone's trying to hook up to the Wi-Fi, and
if you want to shoot some old granddad, now we're talking. Purple Passion. Oh my God. I can't tell you how many of those I used to make in the compound with Clyde joins us, ladies and gentlemen. How you been? Yep, Purple Passion. What's the other one? What's the other one I used to make the girls all the time?
Slow gin and orange juice would do it.
PJ?
Cold gin.
No, it's gin
Big
slow
red
gin.
soda. Big red soda in any vodka, gin, you name it, even Everclear. It tastes delicious, and it tastes like one of them snow cones.
It was a shot. Woo-woo. They used to call it a woo-woo up here. I don't know what the hell they call it anywhere else.
If it
was a shot.
If it wasn't for Mad Dog 2020, Boone's Farm, and Natural Light, I wouldn't be married or have any kids.
No. Be honest.
So you had to give her that much just to sleep with you?
Yeah, right. Well, that's what I'm trying to figure out, Georgie, right? I think he's got that ass backwards. I think the missus had to drink that much just to free with him.
Right. That's the reason I got kids and got married. I kept her drunk all the time.
What did you do about her sense of touch?
Bottles and James. There you go, Snow Zeus.
Oh, that was the
Uptown stuff.
That was the chocolate cake shots, because you drink because they taste so good, and it's like it just tastes just like a chocolate cake. Yeah, I'll have another. Ooh, it tastes just like a chocolate cake. Yeah, it sure does. Have another. And then next thing you know, the feeling is gone
in everything.
Yeah.
What are the chocolate cake shots? Is it Frangelica?
Yeah, it's like Frangelica, hazelnut,
and some other kind of liqueur.
Yeah, and then you put squeeze a little bit of lemon juice on the rim of the glass. Yeah, they're dangerous because
tastes just like chocolate cake.
Chocolate cake, and then you can't believe it tastes like chocolate cake, so you got to have another one, and you got to make your buddy try one too, even though it's a frou-frou drink. And then he tries it, and you go, "Damn, that does taste like a chocolate piece of cake." And he orders it, and you order another one. The next thing you know, you're both shit faced off a chocolate cake shot.
Right.
The worst.
Stumbling
The
down
worst.
a dirt road trying to find your tent.
The worst drink I ever put down my gullet. They call it a Red Death, and it tastes like Hawaiian fruit punch.
Oh boy.
And I'm in the bar. I used to live directly across the street from this restaurant / bar. And the bartender says to me, Matt, he says, Mike, he says, you're not driving tonight. I goes, no, he says, I'm walking right across the street. He goes, I want you to try something. I'm like, okay. Now, mind you, I've already had about 6 Budweisers, right? And he gives me, of course, he puts it in like a 24-ounce friggin', 30-ounce friggin' beer mug. The thing was like this big. And he brings it over. It's ice cold. And I'm like, this is beautiful. What do you call this? He goes, Kool-Aid. I'm like, yeah, it tastes like Kool-Aid, but what do you call it? Like, what's, you know? He goes, don't worry about what you call it. I'm like, he says, just drink that. So I drank it. And we're talking. He's looking at me, scratching his head. He's like, there's no way. There's no way. He drank those beers. He drank this, and he's still, like, talking. He should be out on his face. I got another one. Then I get up to pee. Bad move.
Oh, that's it. Once you stood up, it's over. Yeah.
Bad move. I stood up. It was all over but the crying. And he goes, that's what I was looking for, Mikey. And I'm like, dude, get me the pay for my tab. I says, here's some money. Pay for my tab. Get me the fuck out of here. He's like, don't worry. You're already set. You're all set. I says, no, like quickly. Took me out the side door, right across the street, right into my house.
Hey, you want to say hi to Mikey?
What's up?
Hi.
How you guys doing?
Yeah, he down here.
Good.
Hey, how about them Celtics?
Lost in the first round.
Yeah, I know. Don't worry about it. What do you think about Tyree friggin' stomping his foot on our center court there?
I don't know.
He probably didn't see it.
You hear
Tyree's a
that?
piece of shit.
Tyree's a jerk.
Yeah, we had him. You guys had him. I don't know who he plays for now. Well, you want to say hi too? Say hi.
Good night, Mr. Boyd.
Bobby.
Oh, it's beautiful. I don't know why.
All right, go back in.
You guys are getting. I got my first COVID shot today, and my second one to book a month from now.
I just got done talking to the guy that owns the bar that we were at. He got the Johnson & Johnson shot, and then 8 days after that, he got COVID.
Really?
My son had a raging fever after his Johnson & Johnson shot.
Yeah, he said he was sick as hell for like 3 days, and his arm was sore, and then it went away, and then like about 8 days after that, he got COVID. It was sick as hell.
My coworker got the new. Let me say it this way: the new version of the Johnson & Johnson, right? Because they had the two, right? The one that didn't work so well, and then they had to revamp it, and then right. So he got this
90% savings.
Yeah.
Well,
he got that one, and he was fine. He said he had just like mine, you know. He said I got a little soreness, 2 days tops. He was fine. No issues, no nothing. I got Moderna by accident. I wasn't even going to get it. George already heard this story, so I don't want to bore him, but I wasn't going to get it. I wasn't going to get my shots. And it's not that I'm one of those hot ass, but I'm not going to get into the whole thing, but I just have my reservations. And anywho, long story short, there's an old saying, a happy wife is a happy life.
Yeah.
And then what my wife decided to do was tell me that, what if your mom doesn't let you go see her because you won't get vaccinated? I said, she won't do that.
Oh, she pulled the old guilt.
And then when your mom calls you and says, "Oh, I was just talking with Gina. So, anyways, you gonna go get the shot?" What am I supposed to say? No to my mother?
I do.
Yeah, well, I'm Italian.
Yeah. Well, this guy that I was talking to, he wasn't going to get the shot, but he got it because his mom was in the hospital and was passing away and stuff. So it was like you had to be vaccinated in order to go see her and stuff. So that's why he got it. So it really ticked him off that he got COVID after that, you know?
Yeah.
Man,
I got the Moderna. I didn't have any problems.
Was the best.
Yeah, my wife had the Moderna and she didn't have any issues at all.
Boyfriend
I got
got
nothing.
the
I got nothing.
What,
That little
Shalisa?
soreness, like I said, 2 days.
my boyfriend's got the Pfizer vaccine.
Yep.
The
wife.
Pfizer. Yeah, I forgot they made the Pfizer was doing
They
it.
got Pfizer's out here.
Yep. So my wife and my 2 daughters got the Pfizer, and me and my son got Moderna, and none of us had an issue. I hemmed and hawed about my daughter getting hers, my youngest daughter, because she's allergic to the regular flu shot, and I hemmed and hawed about that.
All right, Mike, I'm going to get out of here. I'm pooped, and John Solar just showed up, so make sure he has a invite.
All right,
Y'all-
are you doing a chat? Are you doing a chat tomorrow night?
I think so.
Get some sleep for
All
me.
right, so
Wow.
Stevie
Hey,
thinks
Steve,
he might be doing
Steve,
a chat.
did you do your block tonight?
Yep.
Cool.
Yep.
Andy's gone.
Have a good night,
he did
Steve.
a blog. I didn't know Stevie was doing a blog.
No, block. Don't worry about it.
George, as I remember, you're a guitar player as well. Your thoughts on Billy Strings and other flat pickers? Do you like that type of playing? P-NASCARs to Georgie.
It's not my cup of tea, but Billy Strings is a very, very talented young man. I enjoy it in small bits and pieces, but as far as buying a whole album, no.
I don't know who that is. Does he play like across his lap or something, like Jeff Healey did, or something? Like
No. It's flat picking is a style of playing. And if you ever get a chance, look him up on YouTube, Billy Strings.
Yeah,
and you'll be amazed at what he can do with the guitar.
Good night, Steve. We'll see you tomorrow, kid.
Good night, Stevie.
I'll find out about this. I'll find out about the blog, and I'm sure it's on YouTube. But you know what? Isaac's gonna do a lot of catching up tomorrow.
Not a blog, a block. It's a employment thing that we were talking about.
Oh.
That?
No, yeah, his block. Yeah, no, I talked about that. We talked about that off air.
How you get Jello shots?
And Jello shots are the best. They hurt like a bitch.
They have Jello shots there?
Yeah, what Stevie said. It's modern bluegrass style.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
On Adderall.
Yeah. Johnny Solar, you do have a invite in your Facebook messages under Black Widow blanks. If you so wish to come in. It's good to see you, my friend. Hope things are well. Mikey, check your phone. Okay. Oh, shit. How do I do that? Oh, yeah. All right. I have to go into Gmail. Okay, we can do that. Talk amongst yourselves, guys, because you know I can't talk and do 2 things at once, so somebody's gonna have to help me out here.
Well, George, are you into rock music at all?
Yeah.
Okay. Have you heard any of the new music from Eddie Van Halen's son, Wolfgang? The man with
not
that
impressed.
Oh God, I love it.
I just, it's not really.
I like it because he's not trying to be his dad.
Well, no, there's no way he could be his dad.
Yeah.
What's wrong with my fucking email? Compose, bitch.
I don't know. I mean, I heard a little bit of it, and I'm like, okay.
Yeah, I like it a lot.
I mean, I'm not taking nothing away from it, not taking anything away from the talent. It just all comes down to personal opinion.
Yeah. Yeah, because he's talented, because that whole album, he played every damn instrument on it. So.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I like it.
Well, his dad, Eddie Van Halen, he originally was playing drums. He played piano.
Mm-hmm.
They were all classically trained.
Who's this now?
Eddie Van Halen.
Yeah,
Wolfgang.
Wolfgang's is his son.
His son is
Wolfgang's new album came out today,
Oh, okay.
and it's different. You know,
It is
It's-
different.
it's
Um,
you know, to me
No,
it
I'm not
sounds
being
like if you like mix Creed with Rage Against the Machine. It's like if you smash those two bands together somehow.
Like
Kind of-
Johnny
industrial
Sola.
and 90s rock.
Johnny Sola. I'm sorry, Georgie. Johnny Sola. There you go. You're all set. Go ahead, Georgie.
I was saying it's kind of like if you mix industrial with like 90s rock.
Right? Yeah.
Oh, okay. Silly
Which I love
question.
Rage Against the Machine.
Is that my girlfriend's son?
Valerie Bertinelli.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it sure is.
All right. Georgie, Sir Lisa. I know Gunpowder's on mute, but Ohio Wolverine, you guys have to take over for about 4 minutes because I have to go see a man about a horse.
All right, y'all. Well, I'm going to go ahead and hop off here.
I'm gonna try to stay awake.
You gonna try to stay awake?
Yeah, I need some tape for my eyelids.
Oh, you
But,
ready for bed? Dick?
I will catch
Yeah.
all y'all later. It was good talking to you.
All right, Georgie.
George?
See you. Bye.
We all float down here, Georgie.
Everything floats down here, Georgie.
Charlize, have you took the time to shamelessly plug your Etsy?
Shamelessly plug my Etsy.
Yeah, have you done that yet?
I have. I'm lost. I'm either really slow
Wait,
or
is it in an Etsy that you have an Etsy store now or whatever?
yeah.
Shamelessly plug it. Just plug away. Tell everybody know about it right now.
Oh, I'm trying so hard to get inventory on there because I already made the mistake of announcing it on Facebook, and I'm like, frick, I've only got 4 sets up, and they're all like $75, $85 sets. I should have put a bunch of $5 candles, $10 candles, $15 candles up before I and announced it to anyone. So now I'm like trying to keep it on the down low until I need at least another 2 or 3 days before I can get all of that done because I've got, I'm
And all the orders start tonight. Here they come.
it's easy to sign up for, but as far as it goes is posting things and making sure you get the description right and the details right. All the typing work is so important, but it's time consuming. But when I was just trying to get an idea of what it was like if I were to sell stuff on Etsy, and I just kind of got into the groove, and I ended up just starting one anyways. At first, I didn't know how to get on Etsy, of course. So I Googled, how do you start an Etsy store? All of a sudden, you got 2,000 freaking tutorials and stuff. People want you to pay money just to watch them tell you how to get on it. And I'm thinking, but isn't it like everything else? You just do it.
Right.
Like YouTube, you just Google, you just sign in and you start out. It was quite simple. I still have a bunch of things to fill out. It wants you to tell about yourself and why you're here. Yeah, all these little things I got to add to it still, but it's exciting.
I'm here to sell you quality candles and make some money. Damn it, that's why I'm here.
Oh, it's just you guys. Then.
Yeah, just us right now. Mikey had to go talk to a man about a horse or something.
Yeah.
So
And
what
then
do you
everybody
selling?
cut and run.
She sells candles and what else? The fat wood, right? You're doing the fat wood.
Right. I don't have any inventory up for fat wood and pine resin and sun discs and all. I don't have any bushcrafting stuff up yet, but that is what it explains on my channel. When you go to it, I probably should put their link back in the chat, but
Just to let gunpowder's in the
candles, but there will be pine crafts. I figured you got to keep it short. And instead of fat wood, I just put pine craft because I do want to sell a few bushcraft things. I just don't really want money involved. I just want to make things and go to a flea market and just dump it all. Here you go. Give me cash.
Yeah. Gunpowder's in the backstage or whatever, so just I know she can hear us. So gotta wait till Mikey comes back, and then we'll let him know that you're there waiting.
I'm glad you were looking at that because I always have my pop-out chat over the top of it. I like his ex-wife seen him hit him. Oh, dang, Gerald B.
Yeah, I need to invent something or sell something. That way I can retire. Need to invent something that every like airplane is required to have by the like safety feature or something. So every jetliner in the world is required to have one, and I'm the only person that makes it. That would be, how you set yourself up for the rest of your life.
Right.
And then once that patent expires and everybody else starts making it, then
Yep.
oh, look at that. Is Mikey back and then let them in?
I don't know.
Yep.
Oh, there he is.
I let them in first because I felt bad. I said, shit, I'm up there doing my business. And I'm like, John said, I just sent John a thing. Oh, no shit. Yeah, I just think of all the ones I don't hear about.
I'm selling candles with things that you don't see anywhere else, so that's going to help me a lot too.
I saw one you did with an AR-15 in it.
Yeah.
It's been 7 hours and 15 days.
Days.
Does anybody else?
Since you
Anybody else?
My God.
That song comes to mind for some reason.
Yeah, Sinead O'Connor. Yeah. Oh my God.
Totally vibing right now, y'all.
So can I ask?
Did it again.
Can I ask the question?
Which one?
Yeah.
Why?
You're at well, I'm not going to give you an option. So a couple of weeks ago, my mom was diagnosed with stage 3 pancreatic cancer, and she is on week 2 of 100% chemo. The first trial was 80%, and so this time she's at 100%, and she's been feeling a little under the weather because she knows that she's about to start losing her hair, and she's really nervous about it. And so she comes home tomorrow, and so my husband and I decided we were going to shave our heads and be bald for when she comes home. So that way she knows that she's not in this alone, and bald can still be beautiful. And she's my mama, so I'm not going to let her go through this alone. And yeah,
that's
I could miss losing some hair because I realize I'm going to use a whole lot less shampoo and conditioner. And that saves me an hour of dry time.
Well, yeah. But now the fun thing is you'll be able to take the towel and you pull it over your hair and then you just go like this, back and forth. You're done. You're done.
That's what I did tonight. It felt like amazing just having the towel go over my head and it was dry. I was like, oh,
you just gonna go,
cool.
Wow, that was awesome. Yeah. So
yeah.
Sorry to hear about your mother, but it's a good thing you guys are doing to make those little things are huge. She'll be beyond happy.
Imagine.
Well, I talked about doing it when she first started chemo, and she didn't sound too happy that I was thinking about doing it, but then her hair started coming out in the brush, and so even if she thinks I'm a little what's a politically correct term for this?
Hang on. So there's a possible chance. When's she coming home tomorrow?
Yes, there's a possible chance that she won't like it. Like she will look at me and say I'm a dude.
There's a possible chance that she might break down and cry, or laugh at you,
the opposite and be mad
or whip your ass. So if she whips your ass, you got to put that on YouTube.
Oh, make sure it's on video.
If she whoops my ass, I'm gonna put it on YouTube because I will be getting my ass whooped for shaving my head at 35 years of age.
But listen, if she decides to whoop your ass and you're going to videotape it, I want you to start off with one simple thing. Just look her right in the face and go, remember, no hair pulling. I mean it.
You got it. You got it.
So how's everybody doing?
Doing all right. How about you?
Fair to Midland. Tired? Oh my god! Climbing these trees. I am not a young kid anymore. I'll tell you what. Man,
you're 57.
No, I'm older than 57. But I'll tell you what. 40 feet is.
Are you really? I thought you were only a couple years older than me.
50.
I thought you were only 3 years older than me.
I'm 58.
Are you really?
Yeah.
Wow, you
40 feet in the air is 40 feet in the air is a lot different holding a chainsaw at 58 than it was at 25. I'll tell you what.
Well, yeah.
10 feet in the air is different.
I literally got off, went straight down to Lowe's and said, "Where you guys got them fancy chainsaws on a stick? I'm gonna need me one of them."
So Johnny, you were on air when I did this, but this is what I purchased up in Kingston, New Hampshire.
I see a campfire. Oh, it's one of the pop-ups.
Yeah,
that'll be fun.
So when you come into, when you're going to go to Chillicothe and bring your camper and visit your family?
I don't know. I have no idea when next time we'll be in Chillicothe. I loved it though. We had an absolute fucking blast.
Was it everything good? All your netting good and everything? Screening, netting.
Yeah, it's brand new, like right out of the box.
Oh well,
yeah. John. He's got that FedEx money.
I'm sitting there thinking, I'm wondering, how much repair brand new out of. Can I even talk to you?
Listen, it's not FedEx money anymore, there, Mr. Ohio. It's XPO now.
XPO.
Holy moly! I mean, good
you know what it is? It was probably he probably told the government he had like 12 kids and he got like $1,500 for each of them and all this stuff. He's just rolling into COVID money right now.
Last one I had said free, take me, must go today, and I was like, that's a good deal for me. I'll take. Once you got the mice cleaned out of it and you were able to get all the netting sewed back up again, it was great for like about 4 years. I loved it. It was great.
So we have a message out there from PNASCAR, and it reads, "Hello to Mrs. Ohio Wolverine."
Hello.
I don't think I've ever said hello to you. Never recall seeing her on the chat. So PNASCAR just wants to extend his wishes and say hi.
Yeah.
Hi.
Hello. First time I've ever seen her as well.
Yeah, that's John Swoller there.
I've seen her before.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, she knows who I am. In the compound where Clyde's mom was born in Chillicothe.
Chillicothe.
Yeah. Nice little town.
Yeah, if you like to smoke meth.
You like to smoke meth, and if you're a horn dog.
Pretty much the entire country has.
Because let me tell you something,
meth.
John. Let me tell you, Johnny Solar and Shalisa.
Yeah.
Let me tell you about my little trip I took to Ohio back in like, I don't know, 03 or whatever the hell it was. So going out for my cousin's wedding. So we drive out, Johnny. We drive out the Mass Pike, take 90 the whole way. Okay. Now the next day we stay over in Bella Vacla, New York or something. And then the next morning we get up, head straight to Ohio. So now we enter the state of Ohio, okay? And we're going to go around the city. We're going to go around Columbus and all that bullshit. So we take some fucking route or whatever. It's kind of like our version of 495, John. You know what I mean?
It's the outer belt's 270.
I was just there 3 years ago.
So here's the thing. From the time John, you know when you're down here, even up in Maine, even in Portland, stuff like that, every other corner there's a fucking package store.
Oh yeah.
Right? John, every fucking half mile to a mile, there's a porn shop. Not pawn, P-A-W-N, porn, P-O-R-N. Let me tell you something about the people of Ohio. There's a bunch of people in Ohio I really like. We have the Ohio Wolverines with us tonight. I really like them. We have my relatives. I really like them. Dave Canterbury, cool dude, right? There's a lot of people in that state that are nice people. The rest of them are all horn dogs. I'm telling you. Johnny, you drive to that state, It's amazing. I think I'm in the combat zone in Boston.
Every single state has their thing. All right. Now I remember that when I was just in Ohio, I was going through Columbus. We were on our way to Kentucky to Fort Knox, but I know I saw a lot of that stuff when I was over there in Ohio. But Mikey, don't forget your town actually believes that 4 lefts is the correct set of directions. So each town has their own thing. I've gotten out of the car in Boston, literally got out of the car and said, you in there now. My wife's going, what? No, you get behind her now. I will kill somebody. I just made 4 lefts and I haven't gotten anywhere yet. She's like, no, I'm not making 5 lefts. I will not do 5 lefts. I'm not doing it. I won't. I got out, refused to drive anymore, got in the passenger side. I can't be anywhere where 4 lefts make sense. Because to me, that's a square. That's all that is. It's a square. And I literally, I think you might know what I'm talking about. I had to get to the Men's Warehouse, Mikey, right in the middle of Boston. And there's literally, it's 6 total lefts. And then you wind up in a tiny street that has bars, giant concrete bars, stopping you from going any further. And you're like, wait a minute. That's it. And then you have to look to the side and go, well, there's Men's Warehouse. You go, well, what? This can't be a set of directions. Just go left, 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 left. Stop. That's it. You're done. I've never been anywhere like Boston. I mean, you can be driving in Boston and it's like, oh, you should have took that one. Now the fact that you didn't take that, you got to go all the way the hell down, cross over the entire highway, come all the way back up, and then cross back over and go where you were. It's, oh my God. Oh, so
there must be a lot of one-way streets.
Yeah. Well, Mikey, let me just inform you though. It's been a long time since you've been to Ohio, so
I should say.
We've been working on it. We've tried. If you come down now, you will notice that we've replaced a lot of those porn shops. Now, on every corner, we now have a CVS.
Nice. Nice. I'll be right at home. Do you have 8-foot long receipts at your CVS too?
Yes, if you break like the little mini blind thing, like behind John, right there, you break one of those or whatever, you
can
just
use
hang
one of those.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Hey,
that's
listen,
that's a curtain. That's not a.
Oh, is it? It looks like blinds.
And what about the hay bales?
Well, when we were going through the toilet paper crunch, and everybody was buying all the toilet paper, you didn't have any toilet paper. I just went to CVS and bought a Snickers bar. I was fine.
Absolutely. What about hay bales? Because you guys had like rolls of hay on every other friggin' table.
Those are marshmallows. That's where marshmallows
the
come
marshmallow farm.
The marshmallow farm. You have the big white sheet over them or whatever, the white plastic.
Oh, is it?
Oh, is that those silage? Those silage? Did they call those silage rolls? Silage rolls or something like that?
Silage.
No, they're just hay wrapped up.
Right, but
then they're not ripe yet.
They're not ripe yet. If they're not white, they're not ripe yet.
Yes, they cover their silage with white too, not just the big.
I know they had.
This is back in 03. A lot of people didn't wrap their hay in 03. You know.
Don't forget about alfalfa. A lot of people say hay when it's actually alfalfa.
We have an alfalfa farm up here in Mass.
No, I know up here they'll wrap up their hay when they want it to ferment and turn into silage.
Okay, I have another question for Ohio, but it's about Mrs. Ohio. So it says, Ohio, is the missus still pounding the bruise back there?
Yeah.
Yeah. She sure
Absolutely, Stevie. There you go, kid.
She is a trooper.
Yeah, see, that's
she
a
doesn't give up.
Kid. What's up, kid? What's that, gunpowder?
She was doing Jello shots too. She did 2 Jello shots while you guys were gone.
Nice.
Jello shots.
One more time, gunpowder. Go ahead.
They were a gift from somebody at work.
I'm gonna be your best friend. Yep.
There you go.
That's gonna happen.
I always park in the JFK building in Boston and walk around instead. Vanessa Kitty, amen. Because, well, the JFK, what over the building? Yeah, the JFK building. Yeah. I thought you meant the library. You're right. I love walking downtown Boston. I drive it. I can drive it if I so choose. But
I always wind up
I
at the wrong.
don't really like doing it because it's just even with COVID, people don't know what they're doing. Go ahead.
So I was in Boston once, and I was there for work, driving a work van, and it sucked. It sucked. You guys' streets are like 3 foot wide.
Well, that's not even the bad.
Walking around. The last time I went walking around was when you guys were digging everything in the whole state was being tore up and dug. You couldn't get anywhere. Everything was a mess.
Well,
Are they
well
with
that's
all
when
that?
they did the big dig, but the worst time to drive anywhere. Well, it's Boston, but it's not Boston. It is Boston, but you go down Starrow Drive, right? And they call this thing Starrow Drive, and all it does, it takes you down by the river. It's a really nice ride. The problem with driving Starrow Drive is there ain't a bridge over 10 foot. Okay? Now, when you get into every entrance onto this quote-unquote Starrow Drive, legit chains, metal chains. Okay? So when you drive underneath them, if you hear bang, you're too big to go on Starrow Drive. Apparently, the smartest of people that go to Boston University, great school. Emerson, great school. All these nice schools in the city of Boston that you have to take that Starrow Drive. And all these people are supposed to be smart. They bring a 12, 13-foot truck. Tall, that is. And they want to know why they just opened it up like a soup can.
Yeah.
And it happens every late August. It happens all the time. So now you know what they have to do? The city of Boston does? The city of Boston says, screw you. We're tired of this bullshit. We're tired of you backing up traffic for miles and miles and miles. So what do they do now? They pay a detail cop to sit at every entrance to this Starrow Drive and not let one goddamn truck on it. That's how bad it is.
Yeah, that'd be a good job. Well, let me tell you something.
Yeah.
There's a 10-mile stretch. 10-mile stretch of road up here called 271. And we met in what, 99? 98?
I don't know. It was a
we
long time
met
ago.
in 99 or 98, somewhere back in the,
I love it.
50 years
Usually
ago.
the wife knows right off the bat when, where, the date, time, the whole 9 yards. Who the hell cares? What do you care when we met? I love it. Go ahead. I didn't mean to interrupt.
So this thing started construction before we met, and now it's 2021, and the fucking thing is still under construction.
It's always.
And
Because they have nowhere to store the barrels.
She has to drive it every day.
Every day.
That's unbelievable. Isn't it?
That's like
Ohio owns all these barrels, and there's no place to.
No, they rent them.
They rent them, so
They that's the insane thing about it. They rent them, but they have nowhere to store them, so they have to constantly just keep them under construction.
That's when some senators tells his daughter, "Here's what I want you to do. You're going to open up a company. It's a barrel rental."
Right.
And that's what they do. And then she doesn't know a thing. She doesn't know how many barrels. She doesn't know anything about barrels. But boy, the money's just coming in.
That's it.
Right.
Let me read one. Let me read a comment here. And I didn't even do a rundown tonight. I feel wicked bad. I guess I did actually.
Shalisha's ready to boogie.
Are you leaving, Shalise?
Good night, sweetheart. Thank you for coming and congratulations. Once again, you folks, go scroll back up on my chat here, and you'll see the link to get candles at the Etsy.
Wait 3 days. So she needs to wait 3 days.
Wait 3 days, though.
Yes.
I'm going to read I want to read a comment that Pete Nascar's made, and it says, "I was going through old emails that I had saved in my saved file. Ran across an email from Driver of All.
Oh wow!
Thanking me for the kickback knife that he sent him. He says, I miss old Driver. He was a cool dude. He certainly was. A lot of you may not have known Driver. Driver and I actually, we were birthday twins. His birthday, and we shared birthdays. Driver was an absolute cool dude. But I just thought that was kind of cool.
When did he pass? How many years has it been now?
3.
Has it been 3?
I think it's been 3 years, hasn't it?
Close. It has to be. I know it's at least 2.
Yeah, because we weren't smart enough to take him off the
2018, I think it was. Yeah.
We weren't smart enough to take him off the, what do you call it, chat? And his family kept getting what do you call it?
Invites
and fucking notifications and everything. So we had to take him off the. I had him in. I had his cell phone number until my cell phone took it out itself.
Well, his channel's still up. His channel's
I got a couple of phone numbers in my phone of people that passed. I just don't have the heart to fucking erase them.
Yeah, it's very, very. I mean, the only thing I have from Byron, which is Kansas Hillbilly Prepper, is I have the last chat we had is still in my chat thing. And when I scroll down, the last time I spoke to Byron was 2016.
Wait, Byron, was he did Poison Sting?
We did,
yes. Yeah.
Okay. I was going to say
we did have him on right before he died.
Yeah. But I had spoken to him like 4 or 5 days before he passed. They were just getting ready to do his trach, and once they did the trach, it was all over. It was he was finished.
Yeah, you know who I miss is Peachy Prepper.
Yep.
Oh, Peachy.
Kimmy was nice.
There's the whole group. There was a whole bunch of gals that were really super cool. There was Pet Prepper. There was, I think Bear's still on. Pet switched over and didn't do anything anymore. She was doing some dog stuff because she was a dog groomer. She was doing a few dog videos, but then she stopped altogether. There's just a lot of people there at all. They just left.
Yeah. Well, Mikey, do you know that Tasha's doing chats like almost every night? She's doing prepping chats.
Yeah.
Who told me that? Somebody told me that at like 1 a.m.
Well, she's doing like late night chats. Yeah.
1, 2 o'clock in the morning, sometimes 3.
So who the fuck told me? Jesus, why do I feel so stupid? Somebody
maybe
told
it was
Stevie.
Oh no,
Stevie.
It was Gerald B. Gerald B. told me Tuesday night.
Oh, it's all she does.
Night Collector 41. How the hell are you? I'm sorry. Go ahead.
She does them all the time, though. I mean, like almost every day.
What did Driver die from? Driver, I don't know the exact cause of death of Driver. I do know that if you knew Driver, and you saw him on my chat or Jamie Time or Ohio and I had him on the chat for forever.
Yeah.
He was a smoker and he didn't have good you think I wheeze. But I don't know if that was
I'm not sure exactly. I remember, it
wasn't a health, that's for damn sure.
Yeah, his health started failing and he was
and then he got in the accident and that didn't help matters, and it was, but he was such a great guy. He did some funny shit. We were on Jamie Time one night. Was it Jamie Time or was it the Quagmire? Well, it doesn't really matter either way. And he says, "Hey, Mikey." I go, "What's up, Driver?" He says, "So do your kids go to school, the one right near your house?" Now, it didn't hit me.
Yeah, you like totally
for about
dogs the hell out of you.
5 seconds, right? It took 5 seconds for me to get it. And I'm like, my kids go to school 2 doors down. I went, motherfucker. And I go, oh, hey. Totally Googled my house.
Well, he won. Driver won a knife that I was giving away. One of the big ass, just a cheap knife from like Harbor Freight or Rural King or whatever. One of those big giant survival knives, and I was giving it away, and he won it. And the damn knife was like $10-12, right? It was nothing. But when I went to ship it to him, they wanted like $45 shipping because it weighed so much and shit. And I was like, what? So, and it was like, I finally found a way to ship it, and it only cost me like $10 to ship it. But he was just like, when am I getting my knife? He was giving me a hard time. I'm like, listen, dude, I ain't paying $50 to ship a fucking $10 knife. I said, I'll get it there somehow. And I ended up sending it like UPS or something. That was the cheapest route to go.
PNASCAR says, I can't recall where exactly any of us meet the first time in a chat, but it's been a minute. Yeah. Many hours of chatting with Peachy at the after chats with chat to her, sometimes 30 minutes or 3 hours. I didn't want to tell her how to go because she was always good company. She tried to keep me in line. She was a better mom figure to me than my own for the most part. Yeah, she was excellent. Anyone remember Johnny's chat? I used to hang in there a lot. The conundrum.
The conundrum, yeah. Johnny and TR
chat.
did it.
Johnny and TR did that, yeah.
But yeah, no, when I was working at that refinery, and we would do like Sunday night shenanigans, and then after the chat ended, she would be on the after chat until I was like clocking out and going home.
Yeah. NC Digger, Tom was the best. The absolute
Digger,
best.
Yeah. Lost quite a few good YouTubers over the years.
Oh my God.
Went way too soon.
The last 3 years has been like 14.
Wow.
It's unbelievable. Unbelievable.
And, anybody remember the One-Eyed Patriot?
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
He was actually in Boston. He wasn't from Boston. He came here for his treatment on his eye.
Yeah.
And then he got cancer on the other one. And
he was actually the first person.
He died of cancer, though, right?
He was the first person who passed away in this long run of these years.
Yes.
He was the first person. One-Eyed Patriot passed, and it was like, oh my God. We lost like 14 YouTubers.
But then Sean was right after him.
Yeah, and then it was like another
SSR. Nice for those who know.
Jumping on the thumb ramp, man.
Jumping on the thumb ramp. For those who remember. Then there was somebody in between.
C-Max.
Like,
we lost C-Max. We lost
C-Max.
Ed. We lost.
Ed.
Oh my
I think Ed died after Tom.
Yeah.
I think Ed died after Tom.
Mr. Holster.
Mr. Holster passed away.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was just unbelievable. We lost we lost Justin. We lost, it was just a hard, terrible run. We got quite a few, just great people, awesome people. Yeah, Justin was a tough one. Ed was a ridiculously tough one. Mr. Holster was a tough one. There's just, yeah. It's been a bad run. I'm ready for this to all stop.
Yeah. It was
You getting bit by mosquitoes or anything yet? No. I had one, but
they don't like me.
Probably not many here knew her, but we lost the empty nester, I think, last year. Gear Guidance says. Anybody remember the empty nester? I don't know the empty nester. So you're right there, Gear.
Not familiar. This is probably the nicest night it's been in a long time.
Yeah.
It's nice and it's not hot out.
Yeah, we went from 96 to 56. It's now 53 degrees here.
Yep. I'm loving it.
Me too, but it's raining now. I don't like the rain.
Listen, can either of y'all send that my way? I'd be greatly appreciative of it because it's hot and freaking humid as hell.
I would love to share, but you see, when it was cold as hell out and we needed that heat, you were kind of stingy. You didn't share any of the heat. You was a bit on the stingy side.
Man, why you gotta bring up old shit? Why you gotta bring up old shit?
I learned. I've been married 5 times. I've learned bringing up old shit is what girls do. So I'm just wanting to join with you.
That's still mind-boggling being married 5 times. But hang on one second. Pete NASCAR's brought up another one that I still can't believe is like it happened. But Pete NASCAR said he had a detour of I-69 the other day and drove right through Groovy's hometown and the cemetery.
Oh, wow.
You know, we lost Groovy. Groovy was, when I ever saw that, I was like, what the fuck? What?
Groovy.
You know Groovy? Dude, Groovy. We had him on the chat long time.
He
when I
was
was in the
younger,
trailer.
though, wasn't he? Was he a younger kid?
Yeah, he's younger than us.
Yeah.
Well, he's younger than me.
Wow.
But
yeah. Gunpowder looks at the forecast on the weather map or whatever she has, and it says 100% chance of swamp ass tomorrow.
Pretty much.
Yeah,
that's why they call it misery, you know, because it gets. Are you breaking the hundreds yet?
We've hit in the mid 90s a couple of days, but I quit looking at the damn weather to see what the temperature was, because if I go outside and my shirt's drenched, it's too fucking hot.
Almost time for the big thunderstorms to start coming. That's when you get that relief.
We've had a couple of thunderstorms. We had a couple of trees that got branches broke off. I was like, damn it. There goes my garden.
See, I can't get any of that wonderful wind up here to knock off some of these limbs. I got to climb up there and cut them down myself.
I've got a tree behind the house that I'm going to have to cut because it's really close to my bedroom. And if that some bitch goes tumbling, it's going to kill somebody.
SKS.
Well, if you're not in the room, that could be a bad thing.
SKS brought up another YouTuber we lost, Aussie 50.
Okay.
You remember? You remember Aussie 50?
No, I don't, man. I don't. I'm sorry.
Wow, your memory sucks. How old are you?
I'm still younger than you.
He acts like he's.
You don't look it. You look older than me.
You look old.
Not one of you guys are going to come to my defense. Okay.
Don't talk about him like that. I will throat punch you.
There we go. Got her.
Listen,
you will get.
First of all,
he's got hats.
Don't pick on me. First of what all, I do here.
Yeah.
First of all,
that's it. He just froze.
Listen to me close. I know. He
there we go.
First of all, the first thing you don't want to do is gunpowder beauty. If you're gonna throat punch me, the first thing you don't want to do is threaten me with a good time.
Oh, sweetie, I done told you. You'll like every minute of
it. Secondly, I have rule number 2. What used to be rule number 1 is that you got to be wearing leather, and it's got to be black. So,
darling, I've already told you I got me high leather black boots just for you, so that way you can kiss my boot after I throat punch you. It'll be a good time. Don't worry. You might be a little bruised, but it'll be fine.
Joby says down East Maine got slammed so bad the other day with the rain that washed out all the roads. Yeah, it sucks.
Okay. Now
we're getting more rain. It's raining here now, and it's just, you know. So Gerald B, probably tomorrow afternoon or tomorrow night you're gonna get the rain. It's gonna work its way up the coast.
I forgot to tell you, Mikey.
What?
You ready? Bless your heart, darling. You should have known better than to say that.
It's all right. I don't care. You know me. I don't give a fuck. What do I care?
Bless his heart. Bless his heart. Bless his heart.
You're right, GTrap. He was on. Groovy was always on Jamie time. Yeah, but you're right though, Johnny. So we lost a shit ton of people on YouTube.
Oh man, it's just unbelievable.
Yeah.
We're front porch swinging, man.
Front porch swing.
Just a swinging.
Just a swing.
Meantime, Mrs. Ohio Wolverine says, "Swing this fucking swing one more time. I'm gonna swing your head up your shoulders." I had too many shots and too many beers.
It's saying, Mikey, there's no rain headed my way.
No?
Possible until Monday. Well, I mean, there's like,
where's the rain I'm getting then? Where's that going? Just dissipating in the air?
Yeah, 8% chance. 8% chance, which is not going to be anything. 9% chance of a drizzle possible tomorrow. These are like 4%, but it says now the first one is like Monday. I got a 46% chance of getting rain Monday.
I don't understand why you're not getting my rain.
Hey, Mike,
you and I usually get the same weather. What's up?
Look at my wife's bush.
Well, you just don't know where to go sometimes with him.
You're not just sure not right.
Where you're supposed to go.
You are not right in the head.
But it's a nice bush. Look at it. See how it's all trimmed?
Oh my God!
Jesus Christ!
Ouch!
What is wrong with you? Getting hit. You're lucky she doesn't carry it. You get shot in the head.
Yeah.
Holy. You know what? You're just unreal. Guess who's getting the fucking couch tonight? Fuck the couch. Make him sleep in the doghouse.
Dog doesn't have a house. You can sleep in the dog bed.
This is the doghouse right here.
Yeah, well, you can sleep on the yard.
I do.
Oh, she'll just go inside. She'll go inside, grab a little pillow, not a good pillow, a little pillow. Shoot it at the door. You can lay right there.
Yeah, right here.
Gear's comment, Ohio. Gear's comment on your comment. Ohio, you ready? Gear's comment on your comment. You ready?
God, what gear?
But it smells like lavender.
But it smells like lavender.
It does.
It does. It sure does.
Very calming bush.
Yeah, very calming bush.
Right. Yeah, Joe.
Very relaxing bush.
3 hours. We did. That was just terrible. Terrible rain. I'm done with it all. I hate the rain. Especially
don't be stingy. Send it my way. Tired of watering every day.
It gets humid here. Ohio changed the state bird. It's now a mosquito.
Oh, makes sense.
Shit, right?
Are they the size of pterodactyls? Because if they're not that big yet, you still ain't competing with Texas.
Right. The kids aren't allowed to go out after 7 o'clock at night. They're afraid to get carried away.
Oh.
But don't worry, because at 9 o'clock they go. Listen, the mosquitoes go in at 9 o'clock. They go to bed or something.
All you got to do is tell people that they're better than crack. Start smoking mosquitoes. Before you know it, they'll be an endangered species.
Yeah, if you catch them mosquitoes and smoke them, man, you get a better high than crack.
Right? People are like, "Are you kidding me?" They'll be. Everyone will have one of those mosquito magnets in their front yard. They were like, "Dude, seriously, I've got like 4 ounces."
Remember the old what do you call it, lights years ago? The
zappers?
The bug zapper lights. It'd be like fluorescent purple.
Pure.
They're
like
fluorescent purple. Yeah. It'd be like fluorescent purple, right? And every once in a while you get a dragonfly on that fucking thing. And that thing would just for like, I'm like, yeah, that's a good one.
One of the big fat moss. Yeah, and that's what everyone would say too. It would be like, and everybody in the circle by the campfire would go, "That was a good one."
If you turn it on nice and early,
go ahead.
If you turn it on before the sunset, every once in a great while you get a bird thinking it's a bird feeder. That was fucking cool.
Wow.
That was cool.
Ohio drags it down. Mikey gets a shovel and makes sure he hits rock bottom.
Rock bottom. Rock bottom. That'd be me. The Rock. Rock bottom. All right, that was a wrestling reference that only Ohio knows.
I can't do rock anymore.
You know what I think about that? Mikey, when you talk about that, it's I don't know, there's something in me that just like says, what's your name? It don't matter what your name is.
Yeah.
Do you smell what the rock is cooking? I can't do the eyebrow thing there. You can't you? The eyebrow.
What eyebrow?
Yeah. Leaf curl can be so Pinazcaz says, I have a couple of my tomato plants are getting leaf curl. Anyone ran across that problem? Just asking. Yes, I've had leaf curl with my tomatoes, and I took them out of the sun. They didn't see the sun for a little bit. And then they came back.
I stopped mine by taking and making sure in the morning they were. I have them to where they get hit with sun in the afternoon, but not until like afternoon. That works great for me.
When it's the hottest.
Yeah, they get a good solid, like 5 or 6 hours of sun. But then I don't give them all day sun because that for some reason here at my place that just messes them up.
Make sure it doesn't have a tomato worm on it.
No,
there you go. There's another one, Pinazcaz. Make sure there's no tomato worms on it.
Okay.
Mine don't get worms because I do them in buckets. I have a special bucket system that I have set up.
I got mine in buckets too, but I still worry about. Like last year, we had some fucking bug eating. It wasn't the tomato leaf. It was what the fuck were they eating? Those were my pepper leaves. And I'm like, Gina, what the fuck is that? And she goes, I don't know. It might be a ladybug. Ladybugs don't eat fucking leaves. Come, knock it off.
Or Mikey, here you
The
go.
ones that look like ladybugs do.
Oh, the Japanese beetles.
Yeah, the Japanese.
Yeah.
Beetles.
No, but they weren't like they weren't the hard shell beetles though. It wasn't the big crunchy ones that cut you open on a motorcycle. They weren't like huge.
Those are
you know what I mean?
bugs.
They were round. They were like
if they have the rainbow, if it's a rainbow looking thing, it's a Japanese beetle. If it's got that iridescence to it, it's a Japanese.
Yeah.
But
But
spell that
the
word?
ones that look like ladybugs, but they aren't.
They look like orange ladybugs, not red ladybugs,
Right.
and they're smaller.
They're like brown.
Right.
Remember me telling
you get 3,000 of them dead in your windowsill.
Yeah, they have been tearing up the cabbage this year.
Well, I don't get them in the
didn't
house.
have this problem this year.
I get
Mikey,
stink bugs.
you
every once
remember
in a
me?
great
You remember me telling you that Dottie goes outside and she tries to get herself stuck every time so she can get attention.
Right.
I finally got a picture of it for you. She literally walked outside, wrapped her leash around the frisbee, and started crying.
Sparky did that around a tuft of grass.
A tuft of grass.
Can you see that? She actually walked around the frisbee and then sat down, starts bawling because she can't. I'm stuck. I'm stuck. I'm stuck. I was like, oh, I got to get a picture of that.
Attention whore.
Oh, my God. She's too much.
Yeah, right on, Peanuts, guys. It's the sun doing it. So
But
take them out
Mike,
of the sun.
this is what I did. This is what I do for mine right here.
Okay.
Oh, that's cool.
So they're not on the ground at all, and it stacks them up, and they press in. So the whole thing's only as wide as 2 buckets. That's it.
Right.
But they're all elevated, and then I have several of those, and that's what I use for all the buckets. That way, wherever there's a spot that's like this wide, you can't do much with it on the deck. I build one of those, and then I have the 50-gallon drum gardens as well. If you've ever seen one of those.
Yep.
Hello, young fella.
Peanuts, guys. I got a quick question for you. When do you water your plants, your tomatoes, and whatever else you're growing? When do you water them? I'll tell you when I water mine. My wife ain't listening. because she drives me batshit crazy. So if it's gonna be hot, if it's gonna be 90 something degrees outside, they get watered twice. They get watered at like 6 a.m. without hitting the leaves. I put the water way down at the stem. Right? I don't let the water hit the leaves. It's going to be like, obviously, even if it didn't rain today, it's a day like 58 degrees. I don't water it twice. I water it once at night in the evening. But like I said, it was going to be 90 something degrees and humid and all that. Yeah, they get it early in the morning. Early in the morning.
Do you have a Harbor Freight near you, Mikey?
Manchester, I think.
There's one when mine get a
right
little
down
bit,
here, gentlemen. Right a quarter mile away from Gentleman's Warehouse.
But
today, Junior, jeez.
If you go in there, they have some pretty inexpensive funnels with your tomatoes. If you want to, this is what I do to make sure I keep, when they get a little bit bigger, to keep the water off the leaves and never have a problem. I angle a funnel into every single one of them in those buckets, and I only water through the funnel. And I fill that funnel up so it slowly comes down into there. And that funnel's pushed down around by the roots. So I never get splashes of water or any of that. It just waters right.
But we ain't got that Men's Warehouse money to be able to afford $1.99 funnels, man.
Well, it took many decades to accumulate that. That's the best
right, Gia.
dollars I ever earned.
Yeah, totally correct. Gia says curl leaves is stress. Totally is. But he says, but why are they stressing? Is it too hot? Is it too wet or not too wet? Right. So that's why I said, I was just saying to PNASCARs, that's what me and the missus do. Well, again, I do it when it's hot, other than that, I just water them once.
Right?
Yeah, she does it. Right.
She does it while you're in bed.
Yeah, she does it. All right, let me tell you.
Lazy ass.
Sleeping fucking beauty. Yeah, I'm just waiting for John to finish my in-law apartment up there.
I've got it. Hey, I'll be. You'll have to come down here. Probably, I'd say another week and a half or so, and I'll have all of the.
Mikey, we're going to take off, brother.
Recording studio will be done.
Yeah,
man.
it's great seeing you guys. We're right behind you. We've been on here now. It's 10 minutes to 1. We're right behind
you.
you.
Bye, buddy.
Thanks. Have a good night.
I can figure out how to turn this off. There we go. See you guys.
Yeah, just hit the red button.
This one always freaks me out when there's 3 big pictures on this.
I know, because you can't go like this because that's silly. That's obviously silly.
Better that way. To me, it's better. As long as I'm not a giant picture on the screen.
You can't go like. You can't go like that. Well, yeah,
that's better than 3 big giant screens.
The stock is growing fine. Just the leaf is looking rough. Okay. Can I Ohioans?
Well, and plus, there's lots of little silly things that happen with tomato plants that a lot of people don't think about. Like if you're an egg eater, don't toss your eggshells. Keep your eggshells. Just set a bowl outside and just keep dropping your eggshells in. And then when you get a nice amount, grind them all up in your hands and then sprinkle them up all over your plants. And that'll give your plants more calcium. That's an important thing you can do.
Yeah. Or you can take a piece of, you can burn some wood, char some wood.
Charcoal.
Right. Charcoal, smash that up into a powder. And if you're only using pots, obviously you don't want to use too much, but mix that right in.
Yeah, I take a teaspoon of the crushed eggs, and I drop it over each one of the 5-gallon buckets. That way, there's a little bit of calcium, extra calcium, getting into the soil.
Yep.
But there's, I mean, everything's different. Everyone's got their own idea. I mean, I've seen ladies that'll swear, they'll swear by. One lady was telling me, I was laughing, going, I can't believe the amount of work she does for this. But she's putting her eggs through a meat grinder and then adding in her coffee grounds, and then I was like, oh wow, that's an awful lot to go through for.
You know, I have a huge coffee can that's everything that goes in it. Coffee grounds, the stuff out of the tea bags, crushed eggshells. It all goes into an empty coffee can. And then when we get ready to start plant our tomatoes, we put down a layer of dirt, and then we put the stuff from fish that we're not going to eat. We toss that in, and then we put a coffee can full of that, and then just fill it in with dirt and plant the tomato.
The one thing I've never seen fail, and I've done it in Missouri, I've done it in Kansas, Arkansas, Florida, and Maine. So many different climates. The one thing I've never seen fail was when I'm getting ready. It depends if you're going to do seedlings, transplanting seedlings. All right, that's all I'm talking about. Not planting seeds, but actually having your seedlings you started. You're coming out with your starters when you dig your hole. The only thing I've ever seen work perfect in every climate was when you do that, a little handful of rabbit drops. Go ahead at the bottom of the hole, put your tomato plant in, and then when you do your first water, a little fish emulsion in it. And I've never seen that fail ever, because rabbit droppings, I swear to God, those are like magic. They're the greatest.
You know,
that is
funny.
The best stuff, because that's what we've used this year. I mean, we're growing rabbits this year, and that is what we did in our garden. And I've never been able to grow cabbage, romaine lettuce, or anything as big as it has been this year. Like
rabbit is
ginormous.
Rabbit is gold. It is absolute gold. Rabbit.
I'll tell you a funny
best thing you can get.
My father was telling me this when we were kids. He told us a story about how when he was a kid he'd go, and I remember my great grandmother, but I was like 17 when she died, or 16 or something, and they'd go to Somerville, Mass, and they go to the parade, whatever parade it was, 4th of July, whatever, Memorial Day, whatever the fuck parade they were watching, they go to the parade. Now, you guys all know my last name's DeLucia, so you know I'm Italian, so you obviously, right? And my great-grandmother came in off the boat. My father would say, I used to hate going on the parades. I loved the parade, hated going. I said, why? He says, Grandma, my great-grandmother, she'd be like, Michael, you got the bag with you. You got the bag and the shovel with you. Yes, Grandma, I got the shovel with me. I got the bag.
Oh, she's gonna get the horse.
Okay, hurry, go. They just went by. Hurry, look, grab it. And they'd be picking up the fucking dog shit, the horse shit.
Yep.
Well, that went right to the garden. It's unbelievable. And he goes, you see her garden? I'm like, yeah. She's like my brother, though. Her soil was as black as the ace of spades.
Oh,
it was so rich. It was so, you know what I mean? And she did it the right way. She composted everything. She did everything, she used the freaking horse shit. And you can grow anything you want. And the neighbors would say, Antoinette, how do you do that? And she says, fertilizer.
Well, just like,
I put it, they didn't have the hand, what do you call it back then, to do the composting. They did it in a friggin', my great grandfather did it in a box, pretty much. Everything went in a box. But then he'd layer it with dirt, and then he'd layer it with grass, because it was only a small thing of grass they had in the backyard. And if he cut the grass or whatever, all the grass clippers went in there. And then he just mixed everything, always mixing.
That's all you ever did. I'm not Italian, but I had a Nonna on loan. So my grandmother put me with an Italian family, so I didn't get any trouble, the Ananias, when I was in school. And Caroline, she taught me everything. I was part of the family. All right. I just went home at night was all. But I remember one day she was sitting there, and she's sitting outside. And she's looking, going, why are Americans so stupid? I'm like, what? What do you mean? She's like, why would somebody do that? And across the way, there was this guy who had like a double size lot. And the whole thing's grass, and he has people come out and they're spraying. This is when spraying was just coming out in the very late 70s. They're spraying their lawn. She's like, why would you do that? I was like, well, I think they're getting ready. I'm like, I don't know, 8, 9 years old. I think they're getting rid of the weeds. She's like, you Americans don't make any sense. She's like, every spring, you go outside and you go, you know what we should do? What? Let's kill all the lettuce and then go to the store and buy more lettuce. And she just shake her head. She's like, I don't understand that. She goes, and number one, what's with all the lawn? See, there's a garden there. Should be. No, it's a lawn. There's a garden. No, a lawn. There's a garden. No, a lawn. She's like, what is with you people in these lawns? She's like, you have a little piece out front. There you go. Everything else, her entire backyard was turned into gardens. Every inch of it was gardens. This one, the sun gets enough, that's tomatoes. This one over here, a little less. We're going to grow it. She had something growing everywhere. At the side of the house, she had stuff growing on it. But her big thing was not one bit of pesticide, nothing goes on the front lawn. Nothing. Right. She'd want the kids go out front, pick the dandelions, and just smack them. And I mean, that whole front yard was nothing but dandelions. And she used to just laugh and go, I don't understand. Why would anybody kill the lettuce, then go to the store and buy more lettuce? That doesn't make any sense. Because she thought it was an amazing thing. Her whole front yard was a great big salad. She went out and had it we're picking all the dandelion greens, and she's thrilled to death, watching everybody else weed it and going, I don't understand you Americans. What's wrong with you people?
Gerald B said that the rabbit poop is already composted. Same with goat shit.
Yeah.
So maybe that's why it works so well.
It's Mike. It's psychotic. If you can find anyone around you, I hate Facebook, but if you pop on the Facebook market, look for somebody who's not selling a rabbit, who's telling you something like rabbits for sale in 4 weeks or whatever. They're raising rabbits. Those people, usually you can go like $10, get a 5-gallon bucket. Like, hey, quarter cup of that on top of your tomatoes. Oh my God. You'll literally within 2 or 3 days start seeing something happening. And within a week or two, you'll be like, holy crap, what's happening here?
All right, listen, it is 12:56 a.m. Eastern Standard Time.
That's correct.
So what we're going to do here is we're going to say goodnight. I'm going to say a big, huge thank you because this chat rocked tonight. A lot of people came in and out to say hi, and a lot of people stayed, and that was even better. But grateful for those who did stop in. And I mean, it makes it kind of easy when you have a chat when it's a shit ton of people in there, and there was a shit ton of people in there, and of course the people on the panel, and that was cool. You guys, for those of you who may not have heard, when I asked Stevie if he was having a chat, he wasn't sure. So the only thing I can tell you is that those who are familiar with Stalker Stevie, I would look for a what do you call it? Notification around 9:15, 9:30, 20:10-ish tomorrow. All right. What do you got?
Also, so everybody knows, the book #Be Like Ed is now coming out. As you see right there, Ms. Bomey wrote half the book, and David wrote the other half. I did the art. They have blessed me by allowing me to do the artwork for the book cover.
Oh, that's excellent.
But this is out on Amazon right now. So if you remember Ed, if you're one of the people that sent in a story about Ed, your story's in the book. It's going to be a phenomenal thing. It's just something wonderful to pay homage to what, as we were saying earlier, one of the YouTubers that has passed away.
Sure. Excellent. So go check that. You guys go check that out on Amazon. So we're gonna say goodnight. We're gonna say goodnight. We're gonna get out of here. And if Stevie doesn't do a chat tomorrow night, hopefully maybe Gear Grind will do one. Gear hasn't done a chat in a while. But if not, we'll see you next Friday night. All right. Peace, everybody.